What a day. I don't know why I just thought about this, but I'm installing a dash cam in the 2022 Kia Telluride, both front and rear cameras, and I'm most of the way through it, and I just now realized that I probably should put a video on YouTube for all you lovely people out there, so stick around.
Does this look right? Ow! Where did I put my screws? I'm not sure this is how it's supposed to go.
Oh, so it's break time, and I just realized that I did not grab the GoPro and start making this recording. So today I've got the 2022 Kia Telluride, and I'm installing a front and rear dash cam on it. Okay, so as I said, I'm in the middle of the job already. So I've got the Viofo camera here already mounted up here. There's an electrostatic tape that goes on, and then a really sticky back that goes on. And this thing slides one way or the other. There we go. To expose that right there. So there's the little pad right there. The GPS module is supposed to be inside of there. I hope it is. And this just clippies on there, slides in, and there it is. I got the power wire so far. Power? No. This is the secondary camera right here. And it's already run up into the headliner, across over here. Still got this exposed where the airbag is. The A-pillar, I've already wrapped the power wire here around a bit. And it's then, nah, you know what, let's stick with the camera wire. So the camera wire, where did I hide that one? Oh, right. So it's in the headliner up here, and I've got it then wrapped around the airbag here so that it doesn't impede it, coming out. So the entire wire is then run on the outside of the airbag. So when the airbag deploys, the airbag is going to be on this side, and the wire is going to be up over here, so it'll roll down and hopefully not chop somebody's head off or something. Let's just hope that never happens. So I believe I've got it routed so that airbag deploys, it comes straight down. The wire is then tucked up under here, and it's here. So you got the A-pillar, you got the B-pillar. Right here there's an airbag tag, and if you very carefully put a non-marring screwdriver right up under here, the clip is over here on this far side, and it hinges to the front of the vehicle. So hinge on the front and clip on the back. Or hinge at the A, clippy thing is at the G. Make sure you don't snap that off too much. Just lightly pry up on that. And then everything else that's in here is little pop tabs. So if you just give it a little tug, like here and here, it'll come off. Oh, right. Let's go back to the back seat, because you're going to have to... Oh, crap, how do I do this? All right. So right here you see that I've still got this exposed, the grab handlebar. There's a little rubber tap right here. If you stick a little pry bar or something in there, we're going to do those. Those little blue ones at Harbor Freight work well. But pop those out. There's a Phillips head screw right there. And for that, grab an impact, because those are in there really good. You got one on top, one on bottom, and then by just putting your fingers right up under here, it pulls out real easy. Whenever you're pulling out these weather strips right here, make sure that you grab from a straight area, any straight panel of the vehicle, and pull those out. Don't grab up here at the corners and start pulling on it, because you'll end up kinking it, and then it won't go back right, and it'll look dumb, and you'll feel bad because you destroyed it. So if you follow the wire, you can't hardly see it, I'm sure. I can barely see it. It's right there by my pinky finger, but it runs across the top over here. Then when you come back over here, again, hinge is at the A. The G side has the clip, but just stick a non-marking screwdriver into there, pop that up. Then there's another 2 or 3 little tabs that'll pop on that. And as you come to the back over here, let me see if I can set you down right there and curl back here. So when you're back here, Oh hey, let's see if I can do this real quick. Okay, so if you ever need to disconnect your battery, make sure you can see this. If you ever need to disconnect your battery and then open your rear tailgate here, down here at the bottom, there's a little spot for you to stick a screwdriver in, and basically just jam it over and then push, and that will open your tailgate. If you have one of those powered tailgates that, you know, there is no button once the battery is disconnected. Please disconnect your battery before you go messing around with airbags. Airbags hurt. And they're expensive. Disconnect the battery. Just pop the negative. It's a 10 millimeter. Just pop that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that up. All right, once you get back over here, again, you'll want to pull this trim, weather stripping. Let me think. Yep. Yeah, you pull up on this to expose it. And it just pushes straight back down. Pull it around off over here. And again, right here, there's two of those little pop tops. There's one like about right here and one right up here. And then if you pull from the side over here, this will just kind of come out. Do not go ripping this whole thing out if you're just running a wire. You don't need that thing completely off. And that's with all the A, B, C, and D pillars. You don't need them completely off. You just need to put your fingers in there and just pop them off a little bit just to disengage those little things. But the wire then runs again along the side over here, back over here. Because the wire was extremely long, I then wrapped it back and forth here. What was it? 1 and 2.5, and then the rest of it I just kind of tucked up in here. You can see there's still quite a bit that, you know, just hangs off. It's about, I don't know, 18-20 inches. But we're just gonna shove that back up in there, kind of like that. And then what I'm gonna do is, once everything's done, I'm gonna put this thing back up here. This just has the two little pops, and it's stuck then up into the roof of the vehicle. It's got, make sure you can see it, these 4 silver things, 2 on either side, and then these are just little guideposts, and it pops out pretty good. So it's more of held into the headliner than up into the roof of the vehicle. And I'll be mounting the rear camera right here, so then it doesn't really impede vision from the mirror. Just kind of that little bit. All right, so let's see here, what else? Oh, okay, so the A pillar, let's come back here to this. So this A pillar, see if I can show you real quick. This is the bottom. You'll see that it just fits right in here and snaps up. There's this one little pop top thing here, and this other piece here. This is up towards the top of both of them. See where this thing comes in and out? So when you first pull on this and get it to pop out a little bit, it's only going to pop about an inch or so. Then it's got these little wings on it right here. Hopefully it'll focus. There we go. So it's got these little wings on it, and what you're going to do is aim for this little piece right here, because that's what you're going to see on the edge, and just push one of these in, and as you gently pull on it, it'll just kind of pop out. But there you can see how the mechanism on it works. Alright, so then that comes out about like that. So if your airbag was ever to deploy, basically this thing pops out and breaks those little clips, and this piece here comes out this far, and your airbag curtains then drop straight down, protecting you from side impact here. Alright, for the power, I'm opting to just use the little USB thing that came with it. Give myself a little bit of a lead right here, and I just tucked it in right here along the side, And then from the side here, brought it down here. This panel right here just pops off. There's just two little clippy things. You can see that those are just pressure fit. From there, I fished it over and just kind of shoved it through on the other side. Let me see if I can, I'm not sure if that'll be too dark, but you know, just kind of shoved it around over there and pushed it over into the passenger side floorboard. And then once the wire was over here on the passenger side, I have it kind of tucked up underneath the carpet right here. And then it runs behind the carpet all the way around under here. And you can see how it's still exposed a little right here. I'll pull that and just kind of tuck it in. There's plenty of extra. This front kick panel right here, I just popped this one pressure fitting right here, pulled it straight back towards the rear of the vehicle, and then it's got like little guide fingers. They're not really pressure clips, but little guide fingers, and you can just kind of pull this and bend it around and shove that wire back behind. I then put it right here underneath that first pressure clip just so that it holds it nice and tight, and then ran it up this little channel right here. And then from here, I kind of used the airbag wiring to then hold it in place, just kind of gently wrapped it around 1, 2, 3 times. And then from here, it'll just go right up underneath the headliner, and it just kind of pushes up there. And you don't really have to do much of anything to it at that point. Just make sure that it's, you know, like right here, just make sure you tuck it up and around and, you know, poke it up under there. There you go, buddy. There you go. Just poke it up under there and feed it around there. And now that I've got, ooh, wow, that's almost 2 feet of extra wire. We're gonna go ahead and plug this in, and then I'm going to feed the extra back down through here, and then I'll leave the extra up underneath these kick panels. And you know what? Now I'm thinking about it. Let me see. So here's where you just grab the bottom. Yep, just pop it off. There you go. Now you can see straight through there. So yeah, I'll just end up leaving the extra wire balled up under here because there's nothing up under here that's, I don't know what that is. Ew, it's gooey. All right, don't touch that, it's gooey. Yeah, make sure you don't impede anything's movement. I'm not sure if that moves back and forth. That might be a brake line or something, who knows. But it appears to be some sort of a control cable. So yeah, just make sure you don't impede that. And they've got some kind of grease on it, white lithium grease it feels like. Yeah, I'll just ball up the extra wire, leave it up under there. And once the wire is finished run, then I'll just go ahead and button this thing back up. The door trim, just, you know, start along your smooth area, and then go around your bends and keep on working it around. It's really not that hard. I got that whole video together and realized that I didn't do a good final install video. So as you can see here, the Viofo is up on the dash. The wires are neatly tucked there, going down the A pillar for the power and across the headliner. And hopefully I can get the camera down here. You can now see that there's no wires dangling or hanging anywhere. The power wire I have neatly tucked in right there and then hidden with that panel. And then for the rear camera, where we got that now? Okay, so we got that mounted right here so that the wire comes out the light and then into the camera. And then I'll go ahead and take a couple pictures with this camera right how it is, just so you can see what it looks like once it's installed here, because there is a little bit of a border once the tailgate is closed. you can see that the camera is right there. And so you can see a little bit of the border of this window going around it, but I don't think it's that bad. I'm using the screen recorder on my phone, so this is the app view here if you connect your phone to the camera and using the Wi-Fi. Watch out, lady. Okay, so there's a little bit of a fisheye effect when you're turning corners. It's a little bit noticeable. And I'm going to scroll through some different screens here so you can see the rear view. You can see the defroster lines just a little bit there, and it's kind of a squinted eye look out the back window, but it has decent good coverage to the left and right, and that's basically what you're trying to capture. You're not going to get full left and right. And then I'm going to go to the picture-in-picture view here in a second, and for some reason, it always shows me the big picture as the back window, and the little picture up at the top left is the front window. I tried to figure out how to swap those two around. It doesn't really matter to me, I guess, but it's just one of those little irritating things. There's a little glitch right there, and that's very rare that that ever happens. It's kind of interesting they got caught on camera. Okay, so back to the little closing screen. So, yeah. If you got any questions, drop them in the comments. Let me know. Like, subscribe, don't, cool, whatever. Catch you next time.